were just talking about Alain René and
and Schopenhauer and stuff like that. Hello and very welcome on www.Raubkopictures.de. I'm Marian Leidl. I'm here in the shower with Lloyd Kaufman.
And we are very clean.
Oh yes, we are.
Indeed, we are clean, and Troma is celebrating 35 years of excellence on celluloid.
Yeah, and clean entertainment.
Yeah,
that's just what we want to visualize.
Yeah, but I don't think you can be seen. You must be.
Oh, it's not me who has to be seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it felt good. We felt.
Oh my God.
That's the lubricant. You know.
Yeah. It's,
anyway, you had some questions.
Yeah, I had some questions.
Marianne.
Yeah. Lloyd, how did you enter the movie business?
Well, Marianne, I made the mistake of going to Yale University. It was the 60s. You know, we were thinking about peace, and we were going to make the world a better place to live. Teach people with hooks for hands how to finger paint. But, unfortunately, during my freshman year at Yale, my first year, I was put in a room with a movie nut. And he changed my life. He ran the Yale Film Society. We were in a very small bedroom. Our beds were head to toe, and at night I would inhale his Godard stinking feet, and the aroma du Troma was born. And that's how it all happened.
What is the worst thing that ever happened during a shoot?
Well, the worst thing that ever happened, as far as I am concerned, because we have 3 rules of production at Troma, 3 rules of movie making. Safety to humans, safety to people's property, and then in much smaller print, make a good movie. And we plaster these posters all over our sets. But when we made The Toxic Avenger, we had some car crash and car crashers. And we hired, we didn't try to save money on that because it's safety to humans. And we hired people with big resumes who had worked on Hollywood movies. But the car that was supposed to flip, the guy who we hired to make the roll bar, he didn't do the proper job. He didn't bolt the roll bar to the car body. He put screws in the floor. When the car flipped over, the roll bar went through the bottom of the car just like straws through a wet paper bag. And the guy who was driving it, he didn't get squashed, but the car flipped on the passenger side. But we had to get experts to cut the guy out. He wasn't hurt, but that was the worst because Michael Herz, my partner of 40 years, he and I, at that time, when we were making Toxic Avenger, if that guy had been injured, we would have been selling shoes instead of making movies. We would have quit.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst. That was the worst.
Sounds pretty bad.
I did happen to see Forrest Gump. That was almost as bad.
Talking about the good stuff, what are the best moments an independent movie director can have?
Well, when he is alone in his hotel room and he goes to Tube Galore, and you can see the how do you say it, the mature lesbians. The joy of being a filmmaker, having no one interfering with you, and you make something that comes from your heart, and then the privilege and honor of showing it to an audience such as Cannes Kino, and having the audience see what you make. I think that's really the joy of it. And also the team effort. We call ourselves the Troma team, and the joy of making a film with a group of people who are totally committed to the project. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
And masturbation, of course.
Oh yeah. God, how I love that.
Luckily, nobody is filming this, and I can open my heart because it's only you and I.
Yeah. Oh God, I feel so intimate right now.
Yes, well, you have a woman's name.
Yeah, that's a good start, huh?
Marianne Antoinette.
Yeah.
Anyway, next question.
Next question, yeah. What advice would you give a young movie maker who wants to enter the business?
Advice for a young movie maker?
Yeah.
To thine own self be true. It was a phrase coined by William Shakespeare, who wrote the best-selling book, 101 Money-Making Screenplay Ideas, otherwise known as Hamlet.
Yeah.
I think if you do what you believe in, it makes sense, because there are easier ways to make money and make a living than make movies. So if you're going to do it, waste your life doing that, do something that comes from your heart.
Has movie producing changed over the years?
Well, I think the biggest change in terms of the movie producing in my 40 years of making movies is that for the first time recently, movies have become democratized, Marianne. Anyone can make a movie. You know, cars, when automobiles were first made, it was very expensive to own a car, the equivalent of 500,000 euros. But then comes Henry Ford, and everyone can own a car. We are living in an age now where everyone can make a movie thanks to the digital revolution. So I think that's probably the most important change in the producing of movies, that with the combination of the internet, which is teaching people that you don't have to be part of Disney or Sony or Rupert Murdoch. The internet is teaching people that you can make movies for no money, and that you should share your art. You don't have to have $100 million to promote your art. Art can be shared, and art can be copied, and that maybe the whole way of selling movies is also changing, I hope. In other words, piracy is not so bad. You don't call it piracy, you call it copying. If you copy something, you still have the original.
Yeah.
The people who bootleg Poultry Guy's Night of the Chicken Dead, they didn't take my movie away. They are copying it, and other people can enjoy it, but yet someone can still buy it. So my movie is still available, and because I am blacklisted by the mainstream, and because I am blacklisted by the I guess you would call it the mainstream, I still want people to see my movie.
Yeah.
And by what people call piracy, but it's not piracy, it's called copying.
Yeah.
It's advertising my movie, and therefore I will make more revenue. So I think there is a tsunami of change coming in the world of how movies are to be sold. And my next book will be called Sell Your Own Damn Movie. And I think we will propound the theory of that giving away your movie is maybe not a bad way to sell your movie.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too, yeah.
I also believe that fellatio is not a bad way to finance and sell your movie too, but...
Yeah, it has worked very often.
Yes.
Surprisingly often.
Yeah, and actually that has been used since the movies were invented, so I'm not really...
Sometimes I think this was why movies were invented.
Well, I don't know. I don't know because I wasn't there.
Yeah, me neither. What's your favorite seafood?
My favorite seafood? Yeah. I don't eat fish or meat or chickens.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah. So I'm not. I don't think we should be. I think it's not wise to kill anything. I mean, it's okay to eat human flesh.
Yeah. Yeah. Some say it tastes like chicken, but
it does. And we Juden, of course, we eat the Christian babies, as you know.
Oh yeah, that's actually why we are under this shower.
Yeah, I know. I'm very happy.
Yes. Long tradition.
It's not a long tradition, but a very famous tradition.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. You could put it like that. Yeah.
Indeed. And speaking of gas, you had some kind of very interesting dinner because this small room is getting. I'm getting gas, but it's. Like, it's a different kind of gas. It's more like a Schnitzel gas. And,
oh yeah.
It's,
so.
Yes, Marianne.
Is there anything you would like to say about movie making in a whole, as your last words of this interview? Of course.
Well, I think in terms of my career as a movie maker that nobody's heard of, I think that I wouldn't be here if it were not for the Troma fans and Troma fans in Germany, and I'm very grateful to our fans all over the world. But in Germany, we have no distribution to speak of, and it's only the fans that keep the love of Troma alive. And so I'm very grateful to our fans and thank them very much. In all seriousness, thank them for taking the trouble, because it's very difficult to find our movies, and in the rare cases that we have distribution, they are censored, and our fans really go to great extremes to locate the uncensored director's cut and keep Troma alive. And the fact that this wonderful tour of Tromagit, the Tromagit tour of Nuremberg, Saarbrücken, and Berlin, and that it was so popular is a great tribute to the fans of Troma. And Dankeschön.
Yeah, and that's a good word to finish the interview. I thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and let's finish what we started.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Pull down your pants, you bitch. Give me that fucking cock. I want to rip that fucking head. God damn you. Give me some of that. Where's that?